lot of good things in your swing. I do want you to understand that you are definitely trending, I guess, lower with your handicap. I usually say trending up as you're getting better. But I certainly think that 14 handicap or low teens is definitely an achievable goal by the end of the summer, if not the beginning of next summer, if you put some good work in over the winter. But I want to talk about something with your right hand. The grip seems to be a little bit too much of your hand under the grip. Now, you said sometimes you'll hit it fat, sometimes you'll thin it. You're just very inconsistent with where you strike it on the club face. And I think that some of that starts with your grip. So just to kind of give you an idea here, whatever your left wrist is doing, your right wrist is going to be doing the opposite. So if I flex my left wrist just like this, I'm not changing the radial or hinging, I'm not doing that. If I just flex my lead wrist, my right wrist has to extend back like that, okay? Now, when you have this grip super under, that's going to make the range of motion required to properly extend your wrist almost unachievable. So what I think tends to happen is you have that right hand super under. You can see a lot of your fingernails, and your right thumb is more so on the side of the grip. And I think that is hurting your ability to compress the ball because you're struggling to get your wrist conditions into the proper spot. So ideally, when we're swinging down and we're making contact, this right wrist is going to be bent back or extended like this, and that way you're going to be able to apply some force to the right side of the grip to keep the club shaft leaning forward, and that's when you're going to get a lot of compression. I think that with your current grip, with it so far under, the amount of rotation that the amount of extension you need to keep this handle forward is also going to start to mess with the club face at contact. So I think that we can change your bottom hand grip, and it's going to feel super, super weird because I'm generally weakening the right hand. So weakening meaning that this club face might tend to be a little bit more open, but we can always work through that. And you knowing this is going to help you make that change because I'm telling you what you can expect to see and then how we can fix that. So first off, the grip. So the top hand looks pretty good. What I need you to do with your bottom hand is the thumb of your left hand is going to get pressed upon by the heel pad of your right hand. So what that bottom hand is going to look like is we're going to have basically from the knuckle of our palm to like the middle of the second knuckle, that's going to be pressing on the right side of the grip. So it'll be pressing like this, right? And then that right thumb is going to be on the left side of the grip. So you'll see a lot of people say this V that's pointing to the right shoulder. That's how you're getting to that grip, okay? Now, when we swing, you should have greater mobility of your right wrist to be able to keep it bent back. And when you bend your right wrist back, that's going to cause a little bit of flexion in your left wrist. So that's what's going to help us control the club face. So when we take this right hand grip compared to the grip that you currently have, this is what we would consider weaker. Weaker meaning the club face would be tending to open rather than stay square, or if I made your grip stronger, it'd be easier for you to rotate the club closed. So generally weaker grip, what we can complement that with is a little bit of lead wrist flexion, right? So getting that club face down, but you now have the ability to keep your right wrist extended back and complement the left wrist flexion to keep this club face square. So I would like to see some videos of you swinging with that right hand grip how I explained it, and we should be able to complement the club face feeling open with some flexion or some turning of the club face, and we should see some better compression. So go ahead and try that grip out. Send me any questions you have and keep uploading some swings. Let's keep working.